When this city, Zion, just north of Chicago, was established in the year 1900, its founder claimed that Zion would wipe out all of Islam.
Allahu Akbar, Allah.
100 years on, Islam is making a home in the very heart of this city.
Allahu Akbar.
On the evening of Monday 26th of September 2022, by the grace of Allah the Almighty, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih V, Ayyadahullahu Ta'ala bin Nasrihil Aziz, arrived at Chicago Airport for a tour of the United States of America. This historic visit of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih is his first visit abroad since the start of the COVID pandemic. From the airport, as Huzoor's entourage left for Zion, more than 1,000 Ahmadi Muslims who had gathered at the Fath-e-Azeem Mosque eagerly awaited Huzoor's arrival. Huzoor then led the Maghrib and Isha prayers. Serving as a shining beacon from the center of Zion, the Fath-e-Azeem Mosque was to be inaugurated by the hands of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih, the fifth successor of the promised Messiah alayhi salam. It was Alexander Dowie's animosity towards Islam and abuse of its holy founder that stirred the most devoted servant of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that being Hazrat Mirza Ahmad alayhi salam, who immediately rose to the defense of Islam. The promised Messiah alayhi salam warned Dowie to desist, but he did not heed this warning. Then, under the command of Allah the Almighty, the promised Messiah alayhi salam challenged Dowie to a mubahala, a prayer duel, that whichever of them was a liar should perish in the lifetime of the other. Just as prophesied, Dowie, who was 12 years younger than the promised Messiah alayhi salam and had been seemingly at the peak of his powers, was suddenly overcome by paralysis and passed away in 1907 during the lifetime of the promised Messiah alayhi salam. His death fulfilled a prophecy which the promised Messiah alayhi salam, under divine guidance, declared to be a Fath-e-Azeem, meaning a great victory. This was a grand sign not only for those residing in India, rather it was witnessed by millions across the entire Western world, and was a great sign of the truth of the man chosen by God, the promised Messiah and Mahdi alayhi salam. As Huzoor unveiled the plaque, all those in attendance raised slogans of the majesty of Allah the Almighty. Prior to the unveiling of the plaque, Huzoor visited an exhibition at the mosque about the prophecy of the promised Messiah alayhi salam, that also houses many of the publications that reported all the events of the Mubahala challenge.
अस्सलामुअलैकुम प्यारे हुजूर
क्या हाल है?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह आप ठीक है
क्या दिखाना है आपने?
जरूर ये नुमाइश हमने लगाई है, हमें बड़ी खुशकिस्मती आप तशरीफ लाए हैं।
ये फर्स्ट एडिशन उर्दू में रिव्यू रिलीजन जो हज़रत मसीह मौद ने खत लिखा था कि डोवी ने ये सिटी बनाई है और बहुत बहुत 40 मील की प्लान बनाई थी December 31st 1899। फिर डोवी ने एक मूवमेंट शुरू की है 100,000 लोगों का, उसका नेट वर्थ वाज $800 million इन टुडेज वैल्यू। हजूर जब फतेह-ए-अज़ीम का नाम
160 अखबारों ने दी,
अखबारों ने दिया
यूएस पेपर्स में
सब पे नाम डाले हुए हैं।
सबके 160 हैं वर्ल्ड वाइड।
जी
इसमें यह है कि जितने क्लिपिंग्स हैं उसको हमने कैटेगराइज किया है बाय कंट्रीज। तो हुजूर आप इसको लॉन्च
जी जी
ये हुजूर ये है नोम नगेट अलास्का का उस ज़माने का अखबार
जी
क्रीड चैलेंजेस क्रीड।
जी
इसको हमने मैग्नीफाई कितना किया है?
ये हजूर ये खास इजाज़त मिली है।
Enlarge
हमने
किया है।
बॉस्टन पब्लिक लाइब्रेरी को कांटेक्ट किया है तो उन्होंने इजाज़त ली है कि ओरिजिनल उनके पास था तो उन्होंने बाकायदा सर्टिफिकेशन भेजा है। तो ये ओरिजिनल क्लिपिंग है। उन्होंने कहा कि ये एग्जैक्टली एज इट अपीयर्ड इन द न्यूज़पेपर ये कायम है। तो उन्होंने कहा कि ये दिस इज़ द ऑथेंटिक सर्टिफाइड कॉपी। यहाँ पे जो है ये तस्वीर है 1894 जो क्लिप्स देखी गई। लोग कहते हैं कि नहीं हुआ है, दिस इज विजुअल प्रूफ कि ये हुआ है।
1894 का
ओरिजिनल एडिशन है और ये ऐसे जी
Eclipse।
Eclipse,
1895 में हुआ है
1895 में
वेस्टर्न हेमिस्फीयर।
वेस्टर्न हेमिस्फीयर जी
94
में इंडिया
में
जी जी
95 में यहाँ हुआ था।
जी।
हाँ।
तो ये इसमें कॉमेट्स का भी जिक्र है। सैन फ्रांसिस्को का ओरिजिनल एडिशंस मिले हैं। ये ओरिजिनल न्यूयॉर्क टाइम्स की आर्टिकल मिली है उस ज़माने के। ये रेयर कलेक्टर आइटम्स हमने जमा किए हैं और सारे हजूर ये विक्ट्री का है, ये फतेह-ए-अज़ीम, ये तो रेयर चीज़ है। टाइम मैगज़ीन जो है उसका जो ओरिजिनल नाम था वो लिटरेरी डाइजेस्ट है। ये ओरिजिनल फर्स्ट एडिशन मिली है पेपर और ये हज़रत मसीह मौद की फ़ोटो उन्होंने उस वक्त खींची। हमने कलेक्टर से लिए हैं।
लाइब्रेरी से नहीं मिले।
नहीं लाइब्रेरी से भी नहीं मिले, कलेक्टर से मिले। ये 115 साल पुराना अखबार है।
Hazur also laid the foundation stone for the minaret that is to be built at the mosque and inspected the entire mosque complex. The premises cover an area of 13,000 square feet. The main prayer hall can house 150 worshippers, whilst 600 can be accommodated in the entire building.
Hazrat Amirul Momineen, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Khamis, Inni Ma'aka.
Later in the day, a renowned media outlet, Religion News Service, had the opportunity to interview Hazur. The journalist asked Hazur why was it important for Hazur to be here for the inauguration of the mosque.
Wherever we open the mosque, normally our communities in that country, they ask if it is possible I should come there to open the mosque. So in Germany, in the UK or elsewhere, I normally used to travel before COVID to open the mosque. But here, there is one thing special, as you have seen from the exhibition. So that is also one of the causes. Apart from that, as I have said, I normally open the mosque and meet my community members there. In this way, they become encouraged, and I advise them, and what is the purpose of the mosque? The purpose of our life, according to our belief and religion, is to worship Allah. So mosques are made for this purpose. And when I remind them, they should remember not only be happy because of construction of the mosque, but actually realize what the purpose of their life is. So in this way, they become encouraged, they are charged, and then they change themselves and realize what their duties are.
The journalist asked what Hazur hopes the people will learn from the story of Alexander Dowie.
He said, our work is to convey the message of Islam. Quran says there is no compulsion in religion. And it says that you cannot force anybody to change your religion. But keep on doing your work those who do not change their religion, at least they will realize that Islam's teachings are actually those teachings which ask the person to live together amicably and discharge their duties they owe to each other. The founder of the Ahmadiyya community said, my purpose is to bring the people of the world before Allah, make them understand how to worship Allah and why should they worship Allah, and they should bow before their Creator. Secondly, purpose is to make the people realize their duties they owe to each other. They respect each other. They respect each other's religion. And this is what the Quran says, and this is what we believe, and this is what we practice, this is what we preach.
The journalist went on to ask Huzoor if there is still a role for organized religion in the world, and can religion be a voice for peace?
You see, we say that the purpose of religion is not to scare anybody. As I have already told you, there are two purposes for which the founder of the Ahmadiyya movement appeared. To revive the true teaching of Islam. And the basis of the two teachings are to make the people realize their duties they owe to their Creator, and secondly, to make them realize their duties they owe to their fellow beings. So, if you know these two duties, then there is no need to fear us. We are not going to force. We preach. We do not say that you must accept, otherwise we shall do this or that. We are not that type of fanatic mullahs or miscreants who are disturbing the peace of the society. We say we must live peacefully and we respect each other. Quran says that you must respect the religion of each other. It says that you should not even use any bad language against the idols of the idol worshippers, because they will, in retaliation, use the same language against Allah, the Almighty, your God. And that means you are going to be the cause of that language. So respect even those people and do not speak ill of any person, any deity of any religion.
Throughout the week, Ahmadi Muslims of the United States were blessed to spend time near their beloved Imam. Hundreds of Ahmadis had the opportunity of having private family mulaqats, whilst others were able to join in groups.
आज हमारी मुलाकात थी हुजूर के साथ। वो लम्हा मेरी ज़िंदगी का कुल सरमाया, मेरे बच्चों की ज़िंदगी का कुल सरमाया। इतनी शफ़क़त कि मेरे पास अल्फाज नहीं कि मैं कैसे बयान करूं। इतना नूर कि मेरा ईमान है कि ये वजूद इलाही वजूद है, अल्लाह ने इस मुकाम पर फाइज किया। आज मैंने अपनी आंखों से देख ली और आज मुझे ये पता चला, हम कहते थे लेकिन आज ये पता चला कि मोहब्बत दो तरफा है, एक तरफा नहीं है।
Huzoor is the closest person to Allah on earth, and to be aligned with that person and to be making prayers behind the Khalifa is something that we were missing for so many years, and to finally be able to do that and hear his sweet kirat and his recitation, it was just heartwarming just to be there today. Praying behind Huzoor has been the only reason I've taken this trip along with my family, taking time off from work, kids time off from school and college, just to be in his presence as much as possible.
This is my first time seeing Huzoor in person. I have seen Huzoor, of course, on the TV, on MTA. We've been corresponding. I've been writing letters to Huzoor, asking for guidance on several issues, asking for prayers. And Huzoor has been writing to me, responding to my questions and some of the concerns that I've had, and also praying for me. And seeing that person, that figure that I've always yearned to see and be in his presence, seeing him for the first time in my life is an experience that is just hard to put into words. It's just seeing your beloved, right? So all I can say really is just that it's beautiful. It's just warming to the heart.
Acha.
And these are my two older sons. This is Imran Masroor Ahmad.
So you have 3 sons?
I have 3 sons.
Yes.
And this is Kesan Anwar Ahmad. He's 11 years old and he's 9 years old. And this is the first time that they have ever been in your presence. So.
Acha, come here, sons. Take it. ये पकड़ो तो तुम किस ग्रेड में हो
मैं 6th grade
6th में माशाल्लाह चलो अच्छी बात है हाँ तुम भी इधर आ जाओ तुमने आना है इधर आ जाओ मेरे पास कम यार किस ग्रेड में हो तुम 8th में अच्छा तो क्या बनना फिर डॉक्टर अच्छा माशाल्लाह
On Thursday, the Association of Ahmadi Muslim Scientists from America had the honor of a mulaqat with Huzoor Anwar.
How many PhDs do you have among these people?
Huzoor, we have roughly 35 PhDs.
And what is the total number of men?
The total number of men is 45.
And women?
37. In December 2019, Huzoor gave an address at the Ahmadi Muslim Research Association conference of the UK, and Huzoor ended the address with the words, "May we soon come to witness the dawn of a new Islamic age led by Ahmadi Muslims." And with that, we framed a mission which was to lead the next Islamic golden age of science and technology.
So it was almost 4 years ago, right?
Ji.
What have you achieved since then? The theme is 100 Abdul Salams.
Yes.
How many Abdul Salams we have produced?
Huzoor, we think we have
You
promising.
have potential.
Ji.
You have potential, but not yet tapped.
That's correct, Huzoor. We believe that they're on the cusp. Many of them are in the top of their fields.
I serve as the president of Ahmadi Women Scientists Association of USA. When we studied carefully the addresses of Huzoor Anwar on the occasion of UNESCO and AMRA, we found that the Huzoor's repeated directive to follow in the footsteps of Dr. Abdus Salam and those outstanding Muslim scholars many centuries ago, and Huzoor Anwar has also reminded us that Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Salis Rahmullah Alayh had an ardent desire that at least 100 Ahmadi Muslims would soon follow in the footsteps of Dr. Abdus Salam and become eminent scientists by the turn of the centenary year.
His desire was that we should have 100 scientists by 1989.
Yes.
And now 89, 99, 9, 19, and 33 years have passed since then, huh? Oh, I hope within the next few years we shall have at least 1 or 2.
Inshallah. Inshallah. I mean, there are promising Abdul Salams that we have captured, and we will have steps to nurture them, inshallah.
No, inshallah should now turn out to be mashallah. So when you achieve your target, then you can say mashallah.
I work in the field of electric vehicles on battery technology. By Allah's grace, I founded a company named One to glorify the unity of Allah and bring electric vehicles to the masses. Earlier this month, One announced a world's first in lithium-ion cell performance with a new chemistry capable of 1,000 kilometers on a single charge, while costing less than commonly available lead-acid batteries. I was previously guided by Huzoor to work on technology for the masses. I humbly seek prayers that this technology will accelerate the adoption of electric vehicles globally, including in developing countries. Jazakumullah, please keep.
Have you been to Ghana to explore some more avenues?
I have not been to Ghana.
Do you think there's any possibility of starting your business there?
And in Ghana, there is supply of lithium and other materials that we are searching.
Yeah, I think we should try to explore some more African countries.
Okay, inshallah. Jazakumullah.
Because You cannot just rely on one country.
Yes, inshallah.
Make proper feasibility plan and then move on. Then go
Inshallah.
ahead. Acha?
Jazakumullah Huzoor. Assalamu alaikum.
लोगों किस तरफ को जरा भी नजर न थी मेरे वजूद की भी किसी को
The city of Zion may have forgotten Dowie and his claims, but the sign of the truth of the promised Messiah is now immortalized with the establishment of the Fath-e-Azeem Mosque. With the Friday sermon, the mosque was blessed to be inaugurated by Hazrat Khalifatul Masih V, Ayyadahullah Ta'ala bin Nasrihil Aziz.
آج آپ یہاں زائن کی مسجد کے افتتاح کے لیے جمع ہیں. اللہ تعالیٰ نے جماعت احمدیہ امریکہ کو توفیق دی کہ اس مسجد کی تعمیر کرے اور اس شہر میں کرے جو جماعت کی تاریخ میں ایک خاص اہمیت رکھتا ہے. 2 دن پہلے ایک جرنلسٹ نے مجھ سے سوال کیا کہ مسجد یہاں کے لیے اتنی اہم کیوں ہے. تو مساجد تو ہمارے لیے ہر اہم ہوتی ہے. میں نے اسے یہی کہا تھا تمام مساجد ہی ہمارے لیے اہم ہیں. اس کا خیال تھا کہ صرف اس مسجد کے لیے خاص طور پر میں یہاں آیا ہوں. میں نے کہا پہلے بھی میں جاتا رہتا تھا مساجد کے افتتاح کے لیے. تو بہرحال اس کو میں نے کہا کہ اس مسجد کی اہمیت بھی ہے ایک، اور وہ یہ ہے کہ اس شہر میں تعمیر ہوئی ہے یہ مسجد جو ایک مخالف اسلام کا آباد کیا ہوا شہر ہے. اور جن لوگوں کو تاریخ سے دلچسپی ہے وہ اس تاریخ کے جاننے کی کوشش کریں گے اور اس تاریخ کے بتانے کے لیے، کیونکہ جماعت کے علاوہ تو کوئی اس شہر کی تاریخ کو نہیں جانتا، نہ ڈاوی کو جانتا ہے. ایک نمائش کا اہتمام بھی جماعت نے کیا ہوا ہے جس سے اس تاریخ پر روشنی پڑتی ہے. جو جماعت کے نزدیک اس شہر کی اہمیت ہے اور جن کو دلچسپی ہے وہ اس نمائش سے کچھ حد تک فائدہ بھی اٹھا سکتے ہیں. شاید وہ اس بارے میں آرٹیکل بھی لکھے گی کل. بہرحال جیسا کہ میں نے کہا اس شہر کی تاریخی اہمیت اور ایک نام نہاد دعوے دار اور اس کا حضرت مسیح موعود علیہ الصلوۃ والسلام کے خلاف غلط زبان استعمال کرنا اور پھر اس کا خاتمہ ہونا اور اس شہر میں جماعت کا قائم ہونا اللہ تعالیٰ کا شکر ادا کرنے والا ہر احمدی کو بناتا ہے اور بنانا چاہیے.